Hey everyone, this is Shibala. In today's class, we are going to discuss what are functions in OpenOffice Calc. So let us first see the definition. Function is a predefined calculation entered in a cell to help you analyze or manipulate data in a spreadsheet. That means we use a spreadsheet. In our spreadsheet, we use a predefined calculation or a name. It will help you to analyze or manipulate the data. And all you have to do is to add the arguments and the calculation is automatically made for you. Now this is the syntax of function where you have to use equal to. Always you have to start your function name with equal to. So after equal to, you have to write the function name. It can be any name. There are 350 functions offered by OpenOffice Calc, and some of the function use numbers, some use date and time, some use text or string. So whichever function you are using, so you have to write the function name, and after that you have to put a round bracket. Inside the round bracket you have to give the argument. Now these arguments are separated with semicolon in OpenOffice Calc, and if you are using Excel, these arguments are separated with comma. You can write the argument as a number. You can even use a cell reference and then separate with semicolon. But if you want to include the cell range, complete cell range, you can use a colon. Okay. So the functions we are going to discuss today are, we are going to use sum, we are going to discuss average, count, max, max A, min, min A, if. So let us start with sum. Now first is sum. So I'll take some random numbers here, 4 numbers. Okay. Now wherever you want to get the result of the sum of these numbers, you have to place the cursor there. Started with equal to sign and the name of your function. Now this followed by round bracket. Okay. Now in this you can either give the numbers. I'll show you all the ways. 12 and then semicolon, and then 23 semicolon, 45 semicolon, and 56. Now after writing all the numbers, close the round bracket and press the enter key. So you'll get the result. Now the second way to do the same thing is use equal to and then sum. In this you can use the cell reference, which is the address of the cell. So B2, then semicolon, another cell address, semicolon, this semicolon, and the last cell address. Close the round bracket, enter key. So you can see it will give you the same result. Now the third way to do the same thing is to use the cell range, and it is always better if there are more cell for which you want to do calculation. It's better to use a range. So how to use a range? Use the same name, sum, and then you can select the range. You can either select the range or you can write the cell address. So the first cell address is B2. As you can see, 12 is placed in B2, and the last cell address, which is B5. So B2 colon B5, and then close the round bracket. So this is the cell range. So you can provide the cell range, which is the starting cell address separated with with the colon, and the end or the last cell address. Press the enter key, you will get the result. Now there are some points which you have to consider. For example, if in a range you have an empty cell, like I'll give 2 more numbers and I have kept one cell empty. Okay. Now I want to do calculation. I'll use sum and round bracket. Now if I drag it, okay, so that means I'm giving the cell range. Now if I'm using this, so calc will ignore this empty cell and it will calculate 136 plus 23 plus 54. Okay, I'll do the calculation for you. 136 plus 23 plus 54, which will give you the result as 213. Okay. Now the second thing is, if instead of this empty cell, if you have a string or a text, for example, I'm writing a text as text only. Now if I am giving is equal to and then sum, and if I select the range, round bracket, enter, so it will ignore this text. Okay. So first of all, it will ignore the empty cell, it will ignore the text. Now in calc, if you are using a boolean value, what is boolean or logical value? It's true or false, either true or false. True is calculated as 1 and false is calculated as 0. So if you have in your range, if you are using false, I'll start with true first. TRUE, true. Okay. So now if you are writing your function, you are selecting this, close the round bracket. That means if you are including this logical value in your cell range, then what calc will do? It will consider this true as 1. That means the sum of this range is 213 and true will be considered 1. So 213 plus 1 makes it 214. Now I'll tell you one more advantage of using these functions, and that is if you do any changes in your range. For example, instead of 12 or maybe instead of true, if I am deleting this true, I am deleting this value true. Can you see this? It has become 213, which was 214. Okay. Or maybe if I am changing this 23 to 20, and if whenever you will make change in your cell range, if you have written formula for that particular cell range, the changes will be reflected in your result also. So this is the advantage of using a function, and this is the advantage of using the cell reference in your function. As you can see, wherever I have used the numbers, for example, had I written the numbers instead of the cell address, it would not have or the changes would not have been reflected in your result. Okay, so this you have to consider always. I'll show you one example of it. If I'm using 12 plus 23 and I'll press enter, 35. Okay, now instead of numbers I'll use the cell address. Okay, if I am using the cell address, that is B2 plus B3 and enter. So both will give you the same result. Now let me change this 12 to 10 and enter. Can you see this? Where I have used the cell reference, the changes are reflected there, but where I have used the numbers, there will be no any change. So it's always better to use a cell address or cell reference. Okay, now I'll show you a few more ways. For example, I have written a number here. Now I want to do the sum of I want to include this cell also in my sum. So what I can do, there are two ways. I'll use sum, then round bracket, then you can include the entire cell range. That means you can in your cell range you can include more than one column this way, and then close it, and then you'll get the result. Or there is one more way. You can do one more thing. You can use sum and then give a range. Okay, now as I told you, you can separate your arguments with semicolon. Put a semicolon and the cell address of 34. Okay, so close the round bracket. Have you seen what I have done? I have included my cell range, and then separating with a semicolon, I am using a different cell address. That means with the sum of this, it will add this 34 also. And if I press the enter key, I am getting the same result. Okay, so these are different form of sum. Now let us start with another function, which is average. Now let me first delete this. Now for average, I'll take few numbers, maybe 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, now what is average? Average is when you do the sum of numbers and divided by total number. For example, if I do is equal to this plus this plus this plus this. Okay, so this is C4, C5, C6 and C7. And then when you divide this, now when you divide this with 4, why 4? Because there are 4 numbers, you'll get the average. Okay, so this is 2.5. But in calc we have a predefined function where you need not have to do all these things. You just have to write is equal to average round bracket and give the cell range, close the round bracket, and you'll get the value. So you can use a function named as average. Now let us see what are the conditions or how many different ways you can use for average. Now when you have an empty cell, I'll keep one value empty. Now can you see this? This is making a difference. Now what is this? Calc will ignore this empty cell, and then what it will do the sum of these numbers and divide it by 3. Okay, I'll show you. Is equal to, now the sum is, this is C4, C5 and C7. C4 plus C5 plus C7 enclosed in a round bracket divided by 3. So you'll get the same number. That means if in case you have a cell range which is empty, then calc will ignore that and it will divide in your cell range, it will divide these numbers with 3 only, because we have 3 cells with the number. But if in case you have put 0 instead of empty space, empty cell, then this 0 is treated as a number. That means, as you can see, what it is doing, it is dividing the sum with 4. When you divide this with 4, you will get 1.75. Okay. So number 1. Now if instead of empty space you are using a text, for example I am using text only, so what it will do, it will again ignore this text. But if in case you are using true or a false, which is a boolean value, I am using true. So as you know, this true means 1. So what it will do, I'll show you. This is 4 plus let us calculate this way only. 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8. So when you divide 8 with 4, you will get the answer as 2. Okay, so that means for average, it will ignore the empty cells, it will ignore the text, but it will consider your logical values and the boolean values. Okay, and these are the conditions which you have to remember. Now for average also you can do the same things which we used to do for our sum. For example, if I am writing like this, then you can do average average. Now in this you can include a cell range. See, I have selected a cell range. Now separating with the semicolon, as the arguments are separated with semicolon, you can use a different cell address. Now when you do the average of this, how this is calculated, let us see this. This is 4 plus 7 plus 1, 8. Okay, 8 plus 3, 9, 10, 11. So when you divide this 11, how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Divide 11 with 5. You will get the same result. Okay. So this way you can use average, where you can use in your argument you can use simple numbers. For example, 1 semicolon 2 semicolon 3, either this way, or you can include a cell reference. Cell reference means I want to do the average of this semicolon this. Okay, maybe semicolon and 3 numbers. Okay, so this will be divided by 3 only. Okay, now so the ways I have told you for sum, the same rule applies for your average also. Now coming to the next function, which is count. Let me first delete this. Okay, so what count will do? I have few numbers, for example 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so if I am using count, C-O-U-N-T, the function name is count, you have to give the cell range, dragging it and telling it that this is the range, and enter. So count will give you how many numbers are there in your cell range. Okay, but in case I am writing a text, then can you see this? It is giving us answer as 3, because it will only count the numbers, not the text. If in case I am writing false, then can you see this? It is giving us 4. Why? Because false is treated as 0. instead of false you can take true also. That will also be taken as number and it will give you the answer as 4. But if it is an empty cell, you are getting only 3 because in this cell range there are 3 numbers only. Okay. Now what if you want to count the text also? So there is a method or a function named as count A which will count the text also. For example, I am writing here Shivala, and as you can see this will give us 3 in case we are using count. But if I want to include the text also, I will use count count A. Okay. Now if I give the cell range, so enclose it and then 4. As you can see this text is also included. Okay. Count A, if I keep the cell empty, for example, let me keep this cell as empty. So as you can see now it is giving us an answer as 3. Why? Because there are 3 cells which is having data 1, 2 and 3. Now if in place of empty cell if I use a boolean value, if I use false maybe, now can you see this? It is giving us result as 4. Okay, that means count A will count the text also, count A will count the logical values also. It will only ignore the empty cell. Okay, why empty cell? Because if I am deleting a value and keeping the cell empty, it will give us answer as 3 in this particular cell range. Okay, so we have seen count and then we have seen count A. Now coming to the next function which is max. Okay, let me erase this. Now I'll take few numbers, maybe some random numbers. So taking some random numbers. Now as the name indicate, max function is going to count the maximum out of the cell range. Okay, if I give the cell range by dragging, so in this cell range what is the maximum value? As you can see this, in this cell range we have 78 as the highest number or the maximum number, so it will give me the answer as 78. Now if instead of this I am keeping a cell empty, this is ignored. As you can see, if I am writing a text, that is ignored. Okay, if I am using a logical value as true, so if I am using this logical value and if I am using a max function or a min function, this is you have to remember this, true is the minimum of all the numbers, as true indicates 1. So but it will not give us the answer. Why? Because 78 the maximum of all these numbers. But in case in place of max, if I have used min, it would have given me the result as 1 only. Why? Because true is treated as 1. So the logical values are also considered in our max function. Okay, so this is max function. We have seen the empty space is ignored, the text is ignored, but the logical values are considered. Now if in place of max if I use min, taken the same cell range, if I press enter key I am getting the result as 1, but there is no 1 in this cell range. Why we are getting the answer as 1? Because true is treated as 1 only. So in max and min logical values are considered, text is ignored, okay, and the empty space ignored. Okay, so we have seen what is max, we have seen what is min. Okay, now now if in case you want to consider the text also, then you can use the max function, max A. Okay, so it is max A. Max A will give you, it will consider the text also. You have to select the cell range, and but you have to remember the text will be treated as 0 only. Okay, so we are getting the answer is 78. Let me take here 0 and let me take here true, and let me take here some text. Okay, Now if I use a max a function, and let me take this cell range. So what is the maximum of all the numbers? Text will be treated as 0, 0 is 0, and true will be treated as 1. So if I press the enter key, as you can see, we'll get 1. Okay. Now max a, that means it will consider the text as 0. Okay. Now if in place of true, if I change it to false, as you can see, we are getting the answer as 0, because this is also 0, this is also 0, and this is also 0. Now you can use min a function if you want to your text to be considered, okay, to find out the minimum value. You have to use minna. Now give the cell range. Now as I told you, text will be treated as 0. Okay, but if in place of 0, if I am writing 1 and I am deleting this. Now as you can see, which is the minimum value out of Shivala and 1? As I told you, text will be treated as 0, so minimum value is 0. So that's why we are getting the answer as 0. If I change this to maybe 0 only, or maybe this, okay, you can see you are getting the value as 0. Let me give it 1. So you can see this, it will give us the minimum value, and text will be considered when we are taking max a and min a. Okay, so we have seen what is sum, what is average, we have seen what is a count function, we have seen what is count a, we have seen what is max a, min a. Now let me tell you about another function, which is if. Now what is if function? Let me delete this. Okay, now first of all, let me tell you the syntax of if. We use if. In this round bracket, we give a condition. Okay, putting as you can see, this is the text condition, then a semicolon, that means another argument. Now what is that another argument? Another argument is whatever, if the condition is true, whatever you want to show, you can write in this true, and if the condition is false, then this will be executed. Now let me tell you, this condition will be checked, and if the condition is true, this part will be executed, but if the condition is false, this part will be executed. Now let me show you how to use this if function. Okay, now let me show you the example of this. For example, I'll take a number in this cell. Maybe I'm taking 12. Okay, now I'm going to use if function. If this address, what is the address? It is E5. If E5 is greater than 18, then, now this is the test condition I have used. For writing a test condition, you can use any conditional operator like greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, and not equal to. Now second argument I am taking, so separating with a semicolon. Now if this is true, then print this. What? I'll say you are eligible to vote. Now closing this. So this is the statement I want to be printed when this condition is true. But if the condition is false, print this. You are not eligible to vote. Okay, so closing this double quote and closing. We use a double quote to write the string or text. Okay, now press the enter key. Now as you can see, we have used the cell address as E5, and E5 is having text as 12. So if 12 is 12 greater than 18, so 12 is less than 18. So I told you the second part was you are not eligible to vote, and this is printed. Why? Because 12 is less than 18. If in place of 12 I have written 22, and if I press enter key, you can see this is changing the result because we have used the function and we have used the cell address. So this is the advantage of using a function, and this is the advantage of using a cell address. So let me take one more example. Let me take as 35. Okay, now I can make my result also by using if. You have to just use if and then round bracket, give the cell address. Okay, now if I am saying if this is less than 35, okay, then you can print less than 35 if this condition is true. So 35 less than 35, then write here fail, otherwise pass. So you can prepare your result also, or it could be used in various other thing. Like if let me change it to 20, can you see this is changing to fail, and if I'm giving it as 70, you can see this is automatically changing to pass. So you can use if to prepare a result, or you can use it for various other purposes. So that's all for today's class. We have covered all these functions in OpenOffice Calc. So we'll meet in next class with more videos on OpenOffice Calc. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe the channel.